Signs you're dating a boy and not a man. If he had a girlfriend or two in high school but hasn't had a real girlfriend since that time, you can bet you're dealing with a boy who is going to need help with the basics. He isn't going to know how to properly act in a lot of scenarios, and you'll be the one teaching him. Prepare yourself or consider moving on. If your man loves his pride more than he loves being with you, then you're probably dating an immature boy who is stubborn to boot. That's not a great combination when you're ready to be in a serious relationship. Partnerships are about compromise, and everyone has to swallow his or her own pride sometimes. If your man won't, consider moving on to someone who cares more about you than his pride. Compromise is key. He lacks communication skills. This is a big deal, as all relationships are founded on the ability to be able to communicate. If he shies away from talking about anything, it might be a sign that he doesn't know how to communicate. If this cannot be overcome early in the relationship, you might consider bailing before it gets too late. Once this pattern is set, it is difficult to break. His lack of communication when big issues arise will only cause fight after fight after fight. He gets lazy. If your relationship starts off as it should, with him putting in effort by asking you on dates, sending you flowers, and sending thinking of you texts, and that suddenly stops, you're dealing with an immature guy. It's inevitable that people who care about one another will eventually fight. However, if your man is blaming you for everything and refusing to own any faults of his own, he's not only immature, he's also egotistical. Neither will satisfy someone looking for a mature relationship for very long. If your guy's always worried about what other people will think, you might be dealing with someone who isn't very mature. In relationships, this usually shows itself when your guy won't do certain things because he's afraid that his friends will think he's whipped. If he's worried about being seen this way, he's not concerned about you. Time to find a man who doesn't care if he looks silly or feminine.